Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hard West. Alright, so what's the next leg of our adventure? Go to the cultist hideout in the morning and attack them. Okay. And I see no reason why to delay that. Unless we have more cards, which it appears we do. Okay. What's our new card? It is... Okay, this is the Black Joker. No ability on this one. But it gives you +5 aim, +2 movement, and +4 sight. So who needs stat bonuses? So 75 aim, 70 aim, 60 aim, and 60 aim. I don't remember how some of these characters are equipped. And this does count as a wild card for making better hands, so we might actually want to swap this out with another card. For instance, we're getting the +2 movement, so we could swap out a queen. But we're already making something with queens. So it'd probably be a good idea to get rid of the Jack of Spades here. That way we could get a full house. Fortunately, we'd be losing the defensive bonus. And our character has a lot of defense, though, but that is partly because of the hand effect. But I think I'm going to go with that, so I'm going to get rid of the Jack of Spades here. And we're going to take the Black Joker. It should give us a full house, so +4 movement and +30 luck. It does, unfortunately, lower our defense down quite a bit, though. Alternatively, we could have given someone else a better hand. So the free card we have is the Jack of Spades. That will help Johnson here. Give him a pair, which gives him +4 movement. He is 2 pair. We could alternatively give the full house to Harrington here. You know, full house is a pretty good hand. I wonder what even better hands than that give you. But a lot of the better hands require 5 cards, and we'd have to do something like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all clubs. It'd be interesting to see how all that stuff works, but I'm just going to go with what we've got. Now, that does make the Reverend here not be as buffed as some of the other characters, but that's alright. Let's go fight. The ranch had flooded in a couple of years back, and the waters never receded. Swarms of insects buzzed over the murky, corpse-filled waters. The ranch was silent, and the morning fog covered the approach route. The posse knew this was the time to strike. So we can attack or not attack. Let's go for it. The ranch was accessible from 3 sides. The Undertaker approached from the... So we have a large clearing, a ruined farmhouse, a mid-sized, worn-out house. Well, large clearing sounds stupid. There's no cover. Ruined farmhouse. I'm going to go with the worn-out house. That sounds like possibly the most cover. It's going to be close quarters fighting, but I think that's alright. The ranch was accessible from 3 sides. Harrington approached from the... Oh, you can spread them out. We'll have him go to the ruined farmhouse. I'm going to do 2-man teams. So I'm going to send the Reverend and Harrington together into the ruined farmhouse. And I'm going to send Johnson and the Undertaker together into the house. And not do the large clearing, because that sounds like no cover. I think we're already set up for combat, unless we got a bunch of new items. We probably did, honestly. So, let's see. Plus 10 aim, but minus 5 defense. Plus 1 damage. Well, that sounds fantastic. We might do that here. 2 damage is better, but honestly, I don't like the luck penalty we have. So, we'll switch it out. I really don't like taking something that gives you a penalty for a bonus. Whereas this gives us a bonus, no penalty. Alright, let's see. Anything else that sounds like a good idea? Okay, moving along. That's a consumable. Handle of the Dead, plus 15 aim, plus 4 sight. Well, that, my friends, is a fantastic benefit. And we have cursed ammo, we already had. You know, I'm thinking that the Undertaker's luck is probably high enough that he doesn't really need the Rabbit's Foot. It's still going to be 150, but plus 15 aim means he has an aim of 95, which is the highest I've ever seen in this game. So let's try it out. I mean, alternatively, we could give that to Johnson here, or the Reverend, but the Reverend is using the Bulletproof Vest, which I already consider a fantastic item. There is an argument to be had for giving that bonus, the Candle of the Dead, to Johnson. But he wouldn't have the same benefit of luck that our main character has. And also our main character has a very powerful weapon that we want to ensure hits. You know, it's a tough call because you're kind of making everything be on the Undertaker rather than, you know, evening out the playing field. Because if I did that, then I would have 2 characters with above 70, or actually technically 3 characters with above 70 aim. I think I'm happy with this, though. We'll go with this. And proceed to combat. In his quest to lift the curse, the Undertaker headed to the Demon Prince's swamp hideout. He and Harrington lay in wait until dawn, prepared to end the cult once for all. And for all.
The posse approached the hideout at dawn. The altar, where blood sacrifices were made, gave the demon his ability to control his followers' bodies. They could destroy the altar or kill his disciples. Either one would stop the demon prince from resurrecting. The 3 vessels filled with the blood of his believers strengthened the demon's ungodly powers. Destroying these vessels would cripple the fiend.
Alright, we have a lot of objectives. I'm just gonna look around here. So we have one of the objectives here, another one there. And where's the last one? There's the altar, I believe. Ah, it's over here. Now, where are our other 2 characters? I believe they were supposed to show up in the ruined farmhouse, because that's what that looks like. But I don't see them. Maybe they haven't deployed yet? Let's see. Oh, okay. So they're just over in this corner. That looks like more like the open clearing that I told them not to go into. Okay, so anyway, they're closest to this altar. Or blood vial, or whatever it's called. So, I think we're going to make for the optional objectives first. As they are closer and probably the easier task. So, we'll start with Booker Johnson. He can get to this one. So we'll do that. Not really sure what I'm supposed to destroy it. But we're in stealth mode right now. I don't know if it would be a good idea to leave stealth mode. I want to move here, but I want to turn the table over in that direction. But if I just right-click on it, I think it's going to turn it this way, and I don't really want to do that. Well, I think instead what I'll end up doing here is just move Johnson. All right, well, let's go to the Undertaker, see how far he can move. Not nearly as far. Okay, so Booker Johnson, I'm going to move into the house and post him here. These guys I want to get over to this. And then my idea is I'm going to destroy those all in one turn. So I'm not going to destroy them yet because that would uncover the stealth aspect. So I want to use what stealth we have while we have it. That's kind of annoying that you can't, like, say I want to go here and then turn the table over that way. And the way things are, I can get pretty much zero cover with the Undertaker. So I can move him here to just kind of stage him. Alright. And Harrington's going to move up here. I don't see any enemies yet, so we're okay. Okay, so Johnson can get up. I'm going to assume that some of these have to be guarded. I mean, they can't be giving me this easy of a challenge. But I'm going to move up to here. Now, I could turn this table over, but I don't know what's in this house, so I'm not sure if that's a wise idea, but I'll try it. And we still don't have eyes on the enemy. So we've already pretty much gotten where we need to go to destroy all of the vials. But we'll stay in cover as we move. Move to here. So we have one guy on each of these. And then we'll get our other men into the barn here. And then set up to destroy that. We'll have that all in one turn. And then we can go for the altar. Alright, so these guys are just kind of... Oh, okay. We do see a man here. It's hard to say if he's seen anything. I think I'm supposed to get an indicator if they can see me, but like last time, I got no indicator and I was confused. I could subdue him just to be double sure of that, but I'm not sure if you can do that while he's looking right at you. In any case, let's go ahead and move these guys. So we'll start with the Reverend. Get what cover he can get. Fortunately, my guys have good move distance that they can take advantage of. I just want to see how we even destroy... How do we destroy these? Because I can't select it as a target, and it doesn't let me right-click on them. Not exactly sure. Let me select the Undertaker, because that's the only one that's like... Oh, there we go. Ah, no, we don't want to shoot it yet, though. So, not yet. And it's possible that Johnson here can't actually see the vial. So what I think is probably a better move is to have him come out here, or even here, and the next turn post him here, and then he could shoot through the window into there. At least that's the idea. And if we have to, we'll move up to this door, because it's going to be a number of turns before we can get all 3 vials in one turn. Just because we have to move these guys. So we'll do the Reverend first. Like he's going to come around. Probably posting up here, I'll be able to see it. But I want to double check and make sure that it's a valid target for whoever before I actually commit. I'm going to run to here so we can see inside. Alright, so there's a man there. There is a second story to the barn. Okay, so Johnson I want coming up to this window. And then next turn we'll know if he can shoot it or not. Okay. Now we're going to switch to Harrington here. This guy's looking that way. Let's switch to the Reverend, actually. Get him up. So there's no cover here. So instead I'll just move here. And then Johnson, can he shoot this? Yes, he can. From where he is, he can shoot it, which is perfect. And then we need Oswald Harrington to maybe just get a really good position on this guy and then just shoot him in the back when when it comes time to do it. All right. So I think we're possibly 2 turns away. So, and turn. Because it's all on the Reverend. I want the Reverend to take the shot here. And then Harrington's going to kill this guy. The guy that's going to be the most vulnerable is going to be Johnson. As soon as he shoots this guy's going to be a threat. And he's only going to get 1 shot in that turn. So that's going to be where he's at a disadvantage. Let's move up here. And then next turn we'll just double check, make sure that he can get a shot. And then we'll start our chain of shots. So, end the turn. Okay. Let's make sure the Reverend has a shot. He does. Okay. So, we'll start with him. So, right click and shoot.
Blood spilled on the floor, and the demon lost a bit of his speed.
Okay. Now we can't see the demon, so we don't know if that's affecting his health or anything like that. I'm going to switch to the pistol and shoot the blood vial.
With the vessel shattered, the demon suddenly lost his vitality.
And then, with Booker Johnson, we're going to use his pistol and shoot.
As the vessel fell apart, so did the demon's protective aura.
And we'll switch to the revolver and shoot this man in the back. Should do just enough damage. And there we go. So Johnson's going to be a little bit in trouble. Fortunately, nothing happened. So we've got Johnson. He's got a shot. Let's switch to shotgun. Got 100% shot. Let's take it. Not going to kill him, unfortunately. Of course, we could also throw the nail bomb. I have no idea what that does. So we could throw it right there. I'm not sure. I think it indicates of whether or not someone will get hit. I don't really think there's an advantage to that. So let's just shoot. Confirm. Alright, so the Reverend doesn't see anybody at the moment. Nor does Harrington, but we can address that. Moving him up to here will let him look through this window. Alternatively, we can move him up to here. I think this will probably give him the best shot. So let's do that. Alright. So we have this guy here. We have a nice shot on somebody. Let's see. We might as well keep the revolver out as long as we have a 100% chance to shoot. That guy's 78%. But we could probably switch to the rifle and kill him. So a lot of it actually comes down to who can the Undertaker kill. So the Undertaker has 2 shots. One on that guy, which is 100%. We probably want to switch to this weapon, though. 100% and 100%. Well, let's take the shot on the guy that's 100%. Of course, we could switch to the revolver here and fan him. And that would probably ensure a kill, so let's take it. Got him. That's why fanning is so valuable. Even though the 6-shooter is one of the most basic weapons in the game, it's also potentially one of the most powerful weapons in the game. Alright, so we still weren't sure of what to do with his shot, because he's got 200% shots. I think a lot of it is down to what the Reverend can do here, and I don't think the Reverend can do a whole lot in this turn. Probably better to just get him into a position to do something next turn. So we'll move him here. If you can see anybody, great. If he can't, he can't. And as a matter of fact, you probably should move up again. Probably the here. And can he see anybody at that position? No, he still can't see anybody. Alright, so now it's a matter of taking the shots. I say take the rifle shot first, because it's the longer range shot. Well, that was the problem with that decision. That guy just went into cover and we can't see him anymore. Alright, so we do have a shot on this guy. This guy's going to be hard to dislodge, though, because he's got full cover. Let's worry about the Reverend first. See what the Reverend can get to here. Oh, unfortunately, he can't go around the tree, so that actually limited our movement. I'm going to take him to here. Not really that great of a position. But I think move him to here and then reload. Okay. And I think Harrington's move is going to be kind of a no-brainer as well. I think we move him to here. This will more than likely negate whatever cover bonus. No, actually it wouldn't, would it? And he doesn't have a shot on anybody else. Potentially, if I move here, he'd have a shot on this guy, but it's hard to say with this tree. Another alternative is to move here, and then he's got a definite shot. I like that move. It only puts him in half cover. but I think it's a worthwhile move. We've got 100% shot here. Fortunately, we can't fan, but that's okay. Now let's see what Johnson can do here. He might be able to do enough damage with one of his weapons, even though that guy's in cover. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. Well, let's see where he can move. All right, so he can move right up to there. Unfortunately, this guy would get a reaction shot. All right, well, what about the Undertaker? If we were to switch to the rifle, can he push through that? Yeah, see, with that cover, the damage is only going to be 1 regardless of what I do. I thought this weapon got a bonus, but apparently not. And unfortunately, I can't fan again. So I might as well reload here with one of my actions. Another thing, I'm going to shoot the rifle with the other one, unless the pistol has the same chance to shoot, which it shouldn't. No, it doesn't. And what does Shriek do again? Okay. We'll do this. We get lucky. Oh, okay, we just killed him. We had some kind of effect there that happened. Alright, so that makes things a little bit easier on us. We can move Johnson either to here or here to get positioning. I think this window for now. We still don't have eyes on the demon, which is interesting. And I'm going to reload the revolvers. I feel like that's a little bit more important in this situation. Okay. So we have no clue where the enemy is. It's going to be pretty problematic for the Reverend especially, as there isn't a whole lot of good cover over here. But I think I'm going to take the tree. But if someone's in this room, they can go up to this window and just shoot him full out. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. So the other problem, though, is if I move here to the tree, he might not be able to see anything other than something that's over here. We'll try it nonetheless, though. Yeah, I figured we'd get a flank shot on somebody. And this should kill this guy if we hit.
The demon's followers were all dead. Without a vessel, he could not return. It was time to send this evil creature back to hell.
Alright, well, unfortunately, we don't know where the demon is. He went into hiding somewhere. So I'm going to move here. See if we can spy him. And, of course, reload. Alright. So Harrington has a couple weapons that are more or less empty. I'm going to move him behind this rock. Alright, I think I got a glimpse of where the demon is. He's right on the other side of the Reverend, and that's a real problem because the Reverend might not survive here. I'm going to switch to the rifle and reload. But now we have a good idea where the demon is. Unfortunately, Johnson here can't get to him. Well, you know what? He still might be able to take the shot. Because the tent is no cover, and I know where he is. So I could take a shot here. Unfortunately, that shot is terrible. That's one element of the mechanics of this game, is you can take shots even without being able to see your opponent. I think in this instance, we just move to full cover up here. Somewhere where we may actually be able to see him. Yeah, now we can see him. Alright, unfortunately, he took a shot at somebody else. So, our main character here, even though he has no line of sight, his chance to hit is actually pretty good. Unfortunately, I can't really get into any better cover than what I've got already. Let's see what our shot's like. We've got 80% chance to hit him from all this distance. Of course, the revolver's going to be less, but we could fan it and possibly kill him. We'll try and go for everybody else, and we'll do that as a last resort. So, Harrington here has no line of sight. Not unless he moves here, I don't think. Alright, now we've got a line of sight, or at least a line of shot. And he does have the golden bullet ability, which should just auto hit. Does cost 50 luck, but we've got that. So we'll auto hit him. Then we've got Booker Johnson. Booker Johnson has a clear line of fire, but not a very good shot. Reverend, on the other hand, has an incredible shot, but no clear line of fire, but that's okay. We'll just fan the crap out of him.
The fiend was no longer anchored in the realm of the living. With its demise, your father found a new path, a new ambition. His final destination, his place to find redemption, was now with you.
All right. I kind of predicted that end there, so the Undertaker's going to become a demon hunter or slayer. And the main character from the other parts of the story that we've played so far has been turning into a demon, so it's going to be a clash, I think. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and the completion of this part of the campaign. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.